Hi, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Maria, if you are new here. And today is my first day back, my first postpartum session. If you are new here, I have been pregnant for, all of this year so far, and a great majority of last year. And finally, our bundle of joy is here. She's about a week and a half in to her Earth stay. And we're just having the best time getting to know her and spend time with her and love on her. So I have been resting and recuperating and just enjoying the quiet and just loving being a mom to a newborn again. It's been a much different experience this third time around than it was even with my first two boys. And so in that, I'm really having a great time experiencing this a new way, in a different way. I'm very pleased with how everything has been going. All of it has been a really new and unique experience for me. And so I have nothing but positive reviews of the pregnancy and the birth and postpartum so far. Yeah, we're just living in the joy and the love at the moment, which has been really fun. So on top of that, or in addition to that, I have not really had much time to really do any personal meditation and dive deep into any channeled messages. So the baby's napping. So that'll be most likely my time that I can get on here, hopefully, and connect with our guides, with the divine, and get some really great messages for us as we move forward through the rest of the year, which I'm excited about. So I really today am going to take the time to just sit in the energy and invite you to do the same with me, calling in any guidance that is needed personally for myself or for our group as a collective, whoever's resonates with this, I guess I should say, or feels connected to what I'm doing here. Then most likely this will also apply for you as well. And you'll feel it inside of yourself, that feeling, knowing. It's all good. And every video that I've done, every group of message, every, episode, we've gotten some great messages. We've gotten some great reminders of things to live by or guidance or things that are happening around us, things with the energy, the web of light, being a column of light, helping reframe the blueprint of the new earth. I wish we had a different phrase, but yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here right now. So I'm excited to have you here with me. And, that's it. I'm excited to have you here with me. And I'm excited that I'm here today showing up to do this. It might be a short session. I'm ready to just jump in, like I said, and live in the energy and see what comes through. I've already actually done one energetic healing session with my group through Akashic April, who I've talked about plenty of times. I'm in her membership group and the Advanced Akashic Records Readers profile membership, whatever it's called. And there's a group of women and men who gather weekly and practice together. And this past week, I was able to get a reading and energetic healing on myself from about 4 or 5 other women who were present in the group. And that felt really powerful and very healing in itself. So I don't know if there's more energetic healing to come in. I don't know if it's more messaging, but I definitely want to take the time to show some gratitude about the experience that I've had over the past few months and even my birth experience. So you'll get little hints of that in my messaging today. And yeah, I just need to I want to make sure that I take the time to do that while I'm connected in my channel. It feels really important for me. So come along with me. Let's just ground the light in. Let's do it together. My first episode postpartum, which is, feels big that I'm showing back up. Only because I'm apprehensive and nervous to see if it feels the same in my body. I imagine it does, but here I am stalling to do it. So let me get situated, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes as I close my eyes and do our grounding meditation and our intentional prayer and just call the light into our bodies to help make a change on earth and to be a messenger or a guide or even a servant to the light, to the love joy around us that is going to change our own personal life, the lives of other people around us, the earth, the universe, all of it. I know it sounds big, and it is. So a few deep breaths in through your nostrils. And as you're breathing deeply through your nostrils, go ahead and picture that beautiful white light, that guiding divine white light above your forehead. Allow it to relax your body, your breathing, the light. Breathe it down into your forehead, into the top of your head. Guide it down your face and breathe it down through your neck, down your shoulders and through your arms, fingertips. Breathe it down through your chest. Continue your deep breaths through your nostrils, breathing the light down through your torso. Through your hips, your legs, out the soles of your feet down into Mother Earth. And I'm just trying to relax my body. I have some resistance in my body, just I think some nervousness and just some thoughts that I'm trying to let seep away. Some hesitation. Yeah, it's all kind of living in my body right now, and I just want to breathe the light down through my body, gently if need be. To just say, relax, you're okay, you're safe. It will be what it will be. Just trust. There we go. And on your next inhale, breathe that Mother Earth energy back up through the soles of your feet. Breathe it up through your legs. Today it feels very like jungle. I feel very jungle earth vibes. Almost like not prehistoric, but like original blueprint type of earth feeling. Kind of like this wild forest, wild jungle feeling. I'm going to breathe it back up my legs and my torso. Through the top of my head, up into the sky. Carrying it up into outer space as high as it can possibly go. Back up into universal oneness, that Mother, Father, God, Creator, Source, space. And then once you feel settled there, breathe it down back into your heart space. Feel your heart, your chest expand. And if you can, muster up a feeling or a presence of love there, an emotion of love. That's how we become capable of the work that we do here, that we're doing. The love is what makes us capable. So I want to start by saying a quick prayer. First of all, I want to thank you for being here, for opening yourself up to the light, or being open at least to the idea of what we're doing. opening your heart up, feeling emotion, sharing love. That's one of the biggest steps to take in order to do the work that we're doing here. Allowing the divine to work through your heart, through love, through you in that way. That's how we've become so successful. That's how we've succeeded in the job that we were placed here to do. Because we chose to feel and we chose to experience the divine through our heart. So thank you for those that are choosing to feel and choosing to allow the divine to work through them, through their heart, through love. And I heard we all thank you. All that are working for the same goal, thank you for making that choice over and over again. Thank you for being here today. I invite our guides in, the divine, all those that work for the divine, for love and for the light, to guide our conversation today, to share with us what is meant for us at this time. What's important to know or to be felt or heard or seen. What's meant to be shared. In this space, I also would like to thank all of those who've guided and protected me and my family throughout this past year. The beautiful experience of pregnancy and birth and life. I want to thank you for that blessing, for that experience. And the tree of life, the divine mother, the creation inside of ourselves, the creation space inside of ourselves. I want to thank all of those. As always, I pray with intention that you keep me a clear channel, aligned and in line with my soul purpose. And I ask that this message reaches those who are meant to hear or open to hearing it at this time, whose hearts and minds and souls are ready to experience and to share the space with me. So, Divine Mother, Creator of all, what message do you have for us today? You know what's funny is the personality that's coming through at the moment is funny. Definitely cheeky and comical. Because in my mind I said, can you please speak up? Because I'm getting a lot of static. I'm getting a lot of different threads. And I would like something kind of more clear and direct. And the voice inside my head said, oh, I'm sorry. Let me speak up. And then she started singing. Which is just, like I said, cheeky. Just cheeky and funny. Then she says, la, 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 la. Like, you know that song? I think of Mrs. Doubtfire. La, 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 la. That's the music that's playing in my head. That's what she thought would be funny to sing. And I say, okay, I understand. I understand now. Thank you. What would you like for me to share with the group today, with myself? What needs to be heard, felt, seen? She said, oh, there's a story here that needs to be told. A story of lives, of human lives that have lived over and over and over again. It's like cycles of life. Generation after generation after generation. The lives of human beings, their stories are meant to be told. But it's like these cycles. An ongoing circle of life, an ongoing cycle. And it feels more like circle of life than cycle. Circle of life is what I'm picking up on. They need to be told because individual lives feel like they've been suppressed. The stories have been suppressed or diminished. Individuals living, lifetimes being lived, multiple lifetimes being lived at the same time is what it feels like. Concentric stories happening at one time. Like almost like 3 lives happening at once is what I'm seeing. Three cycles, 3 life cycles happening at once is what's in front of me. And what does this mean? What does this represent? It means that every life is important, has been important, and will be important. Each cycle is meant to be shared and experienced by self, but also by others and with others. We forget the lives that we've lived. But it is important to remember that there have been many. There are many. Within each of us, there are many lives that we've experienced, both our own and each other's. And why is this important to know right now? How was this meant to guide us and help us today? Because you've been told for so long that this is your one life. If this is your one life, is the phrase, the catchphrase. If this is your one life, then do X, Y, and Z. But that's not true. You live multiple lives within one life. But you also have multiple other lives that you have experienced. And again, you've experienced others' lives as well. It's not just this one life. Every life touches a piece in the thread of existence. It's like one part of your life creates a stir in the spiderweb of existence, the web of light, the web of all life. And you have multiple webs going at one time. You have multiple strings going at one time, at all times. You personally, as a soul, have multiple strings attached to each of your lives, so that your soul plays its own unique song on this web, on this path, on this grid of existence, of creation. And I just see these strings moving based on maybe actions taken in different lifetimes. But it's almost like they're all living at the same time. All the lifetimes are moving at the same time on this web. They light up the string that they live on, and then they reverberate out to affect all of the web, all of the other strings. Okay, do you want to tell me more about this? She said, no, not really. All right, well, how can this guide us in our daily life at this time, in this moment? How is this helpful for us? It's helpful for you to know that everything matters. That every thrum of the string, every thrum in the web affects something else and matters. And I'm seeing as it moves, it becomes golden, like a golden light as it moves down the string or the web. It's like thrum, think of like a guitar string, but many guitar strings crisscrossed over each other, and one moves and then it reverberates the others. But as it moves, it's lit up, lit up. With golden light, and it kind of moves down that, but then affects the other pieces. Every action, every integrity matters. And when we move with integrity, we elicit positive change or feedback. It's not necessarily the right word, but maybe. I'm not getting another word to replace it. Reverberation. So what are some ways we can do this exactly to be a golden positive light on the web? Smile, laugh, love. It also feels like we are human beings meant to. Hold on. It feels like, hold on, that what we're doing is a purely human experience meant for Earth. So if we were to live somewhere else in the universe, this same method, I guess, for lighting up the web of laughter and joy and love maybe might not apply. because it's uniquely human way to live or feel or to experience this emotion. So this prescribed method of living on Earth or affecting the blueprint of Earth is specific to Earth and to human beings. So it's unique. It's uniquely human, what we are doing, and really cool. Really cool in its uniqueness. And in a way, it feels like that's why so many people have come to Earth. So many souls have come to Earth to help in this time because of how unique the experience is right now. How unique the experience is of living a human life. And as long as we can remain elevated in our emotional state in terms of like living from our heart in love and in joy, then we are in line with the change that's happening. Then we are being positively influential on that web, the blueprint of light. At the moment where I see it, it looks like it's above Earth. It's not like under the ground, or it's not on top of Earth. It almost feels like it's living a little bit above the Earth plane in a way. What does this mean? What does this represent? It's like we're building layer upon layer upon layer. The layers are compounding. And it's not like once they become heavier, they move down. It's like once there's enough pressure of light, of love, then it kind of compresses. It feels like it compresses and moves down further into the earth plane, closer to the earth, and maybe down into the earth eventually. I'm not sure. But it feels like it's with the weight of the influence, it's kind of like coming in more, closer and closer and closer to the denseness that is the earth that we've experienced for so long. Kind of that earth pollution, that energetic pollution that hovers and lives on earth right now. But what's cool is individuals can be like siphons, can be vessels or channels to connect to the grid and anchor the light into the earth. So say what the vision that I'm seeing is Earth, like kind of from outer space, I guess, but not so zoned out, but just like an Earth with individuals standing on it. And then the web of light a little bit above with these layers. It's like, think of a layered cake. And each layer is another web or another blueprint or grid that are compressing on top of each other. And we can pull the light in as those individual vessels through our crown and through our body, and allow all of that to come down through the earth, but then also to allow it to come up as well. So it can go down through us into the earth, but also come up through us and back into the grid. What happens when we, what's happening when the light moves through us up into the grid? What is that doing? Oh, that's It's our creation space from our heart. Kind of manifestation in a way, but not really. It's what we're dreaming and manifesting from love into existence. So almost like we're activating what we want to see compress down into the earth on each layer of the web, on each layer of the blueprint. We're offering our own desires, our own visions from our heart. It's from our heart. So when we do different energetic work like this, if we envision cleansing and cleaning the earth, which we've done here before, cleansing and cleaning the oceans or the fields, the soil, intentional prayer over them to cleanse them from our heart, that goes back up through us and into the grids. So that we have intentional prayers up there of what we want the ocean and the soil and the land to be like. So we're helping build the framework of what we want to see in our everyday life. So not only are you a channel or a vessel for light to come in to help infiltrate the earth and cleanse it from the inside out, but we are also building something from our heart to what is to come, to the overlay, to the grid that's working its way down, so that eventually it will all collapse on top of each other like this. It'll all work its way into the middle, squeezing everything out that doesn't belong anymore. It's almost like meeting each piece in our heart. Like that's the middle point. And it's kind of like, and then you kind of get this like explosion out almost when they compress. This like flash when they meet. Then they squeeze and eke everything out that doesn't belong anymore. How many people or how many individuals are working with the web of light right now, who are doing this work? I'm seeing groups of people all over the globe, actually. There are some that are working in groups to do this. And for some reason, I see a lot in the image that I'm getting, or the feeling that I'm getting is in like, where's Mount Everest? Wherever that is. There's like a big concentration happening, it feels like there. Can you tell me more about this? Is there more to that, or is that direct? No, it feels like that's a big area. A huge, almost like open portal space where a lot of this work is being done. And it almost feels like I can attach myself to that to enhance the power of the light work there. So I can energetically reach out on the grid itself to connect to that space via the web of light. And if I sit quietly and take deep breaths and kind of focus, I can feel myself tuning into that place and expanding in it. Or becoming a part of it. And even then, my channel of light feels bigger, wider, feels wider, like I can let more light through, almost as if being connected to that place expands my own ability, enhances it. But the light comes through there strongly and then ripples through Earth here, Earth's grid here. All right, so there's big work happening there. Are there other places that this is happening? Or is this mostly individual work? Also, the temples or the pyramids in South America. I see one in particular. Is it just one, or is there all of them? There's one that gets a lot of light, but the other ones also are no, not all of them. Feels like maybe one or two others. Just one other, actually, that I'm seeing that filters the light through. It does not feel as powerful or as potent or as wide in its depth or as big in terms of the amount that's coming through there versus how it felt. Look at me like pointing to wherever the heck Mount Everest is. Tibet, right? Tibet. That feels huge. What about the individuals that are doing this, that are bringing the light in themselves? Can you tell me about them? It feels like that they are connected at all times to the divine, to the web above, and are not unknowingly, but they go around living their daily human life, not necessarily understanding or knowing that at all times the light is entering their vessel and going down into the earth. So they are at all times channeling light through their body, unbeknownst oftentimes to them. What about if somebody were to intentionally do this? What is that like? To intentionally connect to the light. Well, when you intentionally connect to the light like this, then you become one. You become one with the divine. You become part of the light, and almost like you remember that you are it. You are the light. You are a fractal or a piece of the bigger whole. You kind of melt into that and remember. And it feels like home. You also it feels like it burns, or not burns, but it feels like a brighter light when it's an intentional grounding. All right, what else would you like for us to know or me to know about this right now? Yeah, it's important to lead people in this, to lead people to do this, to just show others how you do it. Is it meditation or even yoga or mindfulness practices? Isn't that enough? Yes, all those things do help. Yeah. But it's almost like it's transitioning, or you can transition it to make the messaging be more about allowing divine love to pour through you and anchor into the earth. When you position it that way, it feels like it'll speak to people, different individuals, or speak to individuals in a different way. Those that feel like that's important to them will like that way of looking at it, and thus be encouraged to join in. The power of anchoring in divine love and feeling it in your body feels exceptional, feels unbelievable. Feels like a huge catalyst for change. Whereas like meditation or yoga, it's kind of just oftentimes just about deep breathing, relaxing the body. There isn't always necessarily an intention of love that coincides with those practices. It's really about calming the nervous system oftentimes, but when you phrase it or position it and cater it towards anchoring in and breathing in divine love into the earth, into your body, that's something else completely. It's more elevated. It's more intentional, and it's more impactful. Then I just see a group of people sitting in the forest, legs crossed, and doing this as a group, channeling in divine love through their bodies and anchoring it into the earth, connecting their hearts through a web on purpose, envisioning connecting to the person in front of you, to the person next to you, almost like a web through your heart space, and allowing it to become big. As a group, breathing that love outward and outward and outward and bigger and bigger and bigger. Then you become another group, another huge channel, collectively. You become like the Mount Everest, where it's a huge channel. This huge, I don't think it's a vortex, but like this huge pillar. Then you as the group itself becomes a huge pillar. All via this connection through the heart. That's super cool. All right, is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we leave for the day? Yeah, connect through your heart to the web of light. Connect in to other individuals, to the places, these other places. Connect in. And it feels like to show others how to connect in as well. So for me, that means like in filming one of the 20-minute meditation videos, maybe I'll do that in the next few days of guiding us, myself even, in how to do this. A resource that you can come back to over and over again. And make a daily practice is what I'm feeling. And then it feels like those grids kind of work their way through it's almost like they work their way energetically through our bodies. I don't know how to explain that better, but it just feels like energetically these different layers move through us. Almost like they're planes, right? Planes of blueprints or grids. And they slowly like work their way through our body. Energetically. Through our energy field, through our body. So they reach the earth. And then actually it feels like even go down into the earth. And it feels like sometimes these planes get stuck in blockages in our body. Like even like in your heart, or like if you have blockages in certain parts of like say your heart chakra, or in your gut, even in your stomach and your solar plexus, it's almost like those energetic planes are like, like it wants to move through you, but it's blocked. So finding a way to continuously keep your chakras balanced, your energetic field balanced, energetic field cleared. This is why it is so important for you to go through the stages of healing energetically, emotionally. This is why a big part of the spiritual community, of the spiritual process, is healing. To get all the gunk out, to get the blockages out. It goes hand in hand with this energetic work, with the light, the love frequency coming through. So when we keep ourselves clean, when we keep ourselves pure, like energetic hygiene almost, removing any blockages that are there, self-imposed, I imagine, we move and can call down these layers, these web of light layers, blueprints. They move down our body energetically so much easier. That's very cool. Yeah, that's why we're asked to kind of go deeper, to examine more, to go deeper, to heal fully, to move past that kind of like 3D spirituality lifestyle, to go inward more. The more people that I can move through, the quicker that this expansion can happen. Because as human beings, we are the vessels to the change. We go hand in hand with the change that's happening on Earth. It's almost like if we weren't here, the Earth could be affected and heal naturally a lot faster, easier, what have you. But since we are here, We are the conduit for change. We have to be a part of the process. And those changes, the energetic fields, they move through our bodies. And that's why it's taken so long to get to this point in the Earth's journey. Because there were so many people who were not open to the new grids, to the new Earth blueprints. There were too many blockages. They weren't elevated. The frequency wasn't high enough. They didn't match. They didn't allow the light, the divine love to come through their bodies and anchor into the earth. That's why they called in so many. They needed pure vessels. They needed vessels that would allow this to come through them, to move through them, and to anchor into the earth. Very cool. Yeah, and individuals are just being lit up. It's almost like so many people are coming online. Well, spiritual awakenings coming online, tapping into divine love. It's like boop, 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 boop. This domino effect. More and more people are waking up and becoming a part of this movement, this work. Very awesome. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take a few deep breaths. My head is starting to hurt a little bit of strain up in here, which means I should probably take a break and come back to this another time. I want to thank you. Thank you for being here with me during this. My first episode back, I thought it was incredible. The web of light is definitely something that's been on my mind. And I know that there are other people that have different names for it. They're calling it different things, but it's what it feels like to me. So I thank you for being here, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.